So you mentioned earlier citizen developers and that you have views on that. I want to give you a chance to expand on some of those views.
Let me get on my soapbox here.
Yeah.
I think, okay, so I've heard it said that, for example, China is ahead of the U.S. from an AI perspective, but what China's not doing is citizen development. And so the big thing for us is going to be enabling 300 million people to write their own LLMs. Conceptually, that sounds great. And yes, I'm sure we would come up with lots of creative ideas. When I think about citizen development, I think about access databases, which for anybody who's worked in IT, there's some core production system that's running on Access that somebody put together that's retired 15 years ago. And God, you hope that desktop doesn't fail because, right? And so I think the important thing when it comes to citizen development is not to just presume that that is a solution for all ills, but to build a framework around it. And so the way, and we are way early in this journey, but the way we are looking at this is actually, I think, it's best in class kind of approach from most of the highly regulated industries I've seen, which is people earn the right to do citizen development. So if you've got curiosity, you can take a class, you can get certified, you can do an attestation. Maybe we open up a little capability for you, and then you do a little more, and then we open up more capability. Just going, here's a tool, good luck, is I think we're going to put ourselves in a position where we have business processes relying on AI systems that were citizen developed that are not going to be maintained. They may not be secure. They may not be compliant. We may not have the right inventory for them, and so on and so forth. So I just think you need to be very deliberate about it. It's great if we can get harness the creativity of the masses, but frameworks matter here, and I think they matter in most cases, but certainly in this one.
I like the Access database analogy. Like that was so many times there's been, oh yeah, and that's on Nancy's desktop, and we don't touch that. It's been that way for a decade. But the perspective on citizen developers, I think, is valid. You have to have a good structure, process, and it has to be iterative in terms of the access. In our ServiceNow practice, we have customers that come to us and ask us about that. Do you think we should do this? Should we open it up? And we're going, guys, you don't have the fundamentals. Like if you don't have the basic building blocks, opening it up is not going to, it's going to lead to more chaos and more issues. You're going to be having a multi-front battle instead of, enabling and adding fuel to the fire or accelerating the development.
The system has to be ready for the pace.
Yep.
Right. And so that's another great example. But yeah, ServiceNow it's a terrific platform, but it's not a free for all. It shouldn't be. So yeah,
they need to be educated, trained, and understand on it. So I'm glad that we touched on the citizen developers because that was a good take.